This is huge. I say this an awful lot nowadays, but this is honestly one of the most kind of prolific or most important under the hood articles I have seen in a very long time. Multiplayer was one thing which we have not heard a lot about with Need for Speed Payback. It seems like they've kind of put it under the rug and they haven't really talked about it an awful lot till today. As you guys know, Speedlists was a huge thing for the last game. It came as a DLC update and it was essentially Need for Speed 2015's PvP mode. And essentially Ghost have gone and said, we're gonna do an article about Speedlists, which is our multiplayer mode, because you guys like multiplayer. Maybe not quite that retarded, but like across those lines. So in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and talk about everything you need to know about Speedlists. So we're gonna talk about the ranked mode, the casual modes, the actual race types that are gonna feature in this mode, and we're just gonna go through Speedlists as a whole, as well as a few things which I was kind of hoping which were gonna be in there, which aren't in there, and hopefully they can add at some point in the future through live content updates. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into this and just talk about the race modes first and casual, because there is casual and ranked. There is ranked this time round, like an actual ranked mode with the ranked badges and shit. Calm down. So let's go ahead and talk about event voting first, because this is something which is completely brand new to Need for Speed Payback. So similar to other games like, COD does this and a few other games do this, essentially before you go into a race, you'll be able to vote for what race you want to go to. Essentially, I think this is a bit weird, but if you become in the bottom half of the leaderboard, you'll have more votes than the top half, which kind of gives the advantage to the worst players. Not sure how that's going to work. That's a bit interesting, but essentially, you get votes. You can vote on what you want to race next. That is a cool idea in itself. It's a bit annoying. In 2015, the speed lists were kind of just the same, and I'm hoping it's not the same in Payback. Like, it's not like really a big thing, but at the same time, like, I would like to be doing different races all the time instead of set speed lists like it was in the last game. But hopefully voting is one step towards that. Another thing which is completely different compared to the last game is that you'll have to pick a loadout. Now, don't worry, this doesn't include weapons or anything. What a loadout means is you're gonna have to pick one off-road car and then one on-road car. From what I've read and what I've assumed from this article and the information that's been given to us, there's not going to be any drift events or any drag events in the multiplayer, or in the Speedlist multiplayer, I should say more specifically. So once you pick your loadout, you'll then be put into a lobby with people who have similar tier cars. As we know, tiers are a thing in this game, so if you go in with a tier 1 car, you're probably going to see tier 1 people. If you go in with a tier 3 car, you're going to see tier 3 people, etc. Which, may I add, again, really cool that we've got tier-based matchmaking. It's not just going to be, everyone at the max level. It's going to be different people at different levels. Again, something which I wanted from Payback, from 2015, sorry. Again, the fact everyone was just in RSRs in the last game really wasn't fun. So to see that it's going to be a mix of different tiers, really, really cool. And towards the end of the article, it actually mentions if you go in a lower powered car and you defeat people in a higher powered car, you're going to get an underdog bonus, which is going to make for some really good YouTube content. I think that's just really cool in itself. If you know you're better than everyone in your lobby, prove it, get a lower car and see if you can beat other people in higher tier cars. That is really cool. So let's, for example, say if I got a tier 3 GTR, I'm just using the off the top of my head. If I got a tier 3 R35, but it was at the bottom of tier 3, and I beat someone with a P1 at the top of tier 3, I'm going to get an underdog bonus. That is a really cool premise in itself. You're then going to earn extra rep for that and hopefully some better parts and maybe some better cash. That'll be pretty cool. But in the article itself, it only says rep, which again, doesn't really bother me too much. That's fine. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the juicy information, because ranked is coming to Need for Speed Payback. I play a lot of ranked games. Generally, just like with my gaming and how I game. I play a lot of Rainbow Six, which is a very competitive, online game, and it's nice to see that, Need for Speed is actually getting a proper ranked mode. Skill ratings will be a thing in this game. So obviously, we've got different badges, which we'll talk about in a minute, and that will represent your skill rating, and you will be put in lobbies with people of similar skill ratings. So if you're really good and if you're undefeated, you will be of the toppest, the highest level you can be, and then obviously if you're average, you'll be in the middle. And these are the specific bands of kind of classes in the game. So we have unranked. It's pretty self-explanatory what that means. Student driver, which is the one above unranked. Sunday driver, where it consists of 3 different levels of Sunday driver, and this is where the actual kind of ranking system gets a bit more compelling. So we've got 3 levels of Sunday driver, 3 levels of joyrider, 3 levels of street racing, 3 levels of pro wheelman, and then we have the kind of elite ranked badges. And keep in mind, this is all in order from low to high. The top 3 ranked kind of badges you can get are champion, master, and legend. I am going to get legend. Mark my words now, I am going to get legend. It's gonna make undefeated so much harder, but I am going to get legend. I'm gonna get to the top of that rank. Mark my words. This is a huge introduction for Payback. This is such a big thing. The fact that they've added a ranked mode is honestly going to add so many more hours, you know, post the story. You know, once you finish the story, there's actually more to do in this game. It's not like you're just playing for no reason just to get your multiplayer rank up. This time round, there's a ranked mode, and the ranked mode is stacked with not just only ranks, but like a lot more additions to the actual multiplayer itself. We obviously haven't seen any screenshots or anything, or at least I haven't seen any screenshots, but it's really cool to see that they've just revamped it all. And Speedlists, this is truly Speedlists 2.0. This is truly Speedlists 2.0. They've not slacked with it. The ranked idea is just awesome in itself. You know, the voting system and all of it, really, really cool. But now we're going to go ahead and talk about rewards, as the rewards from Speedlists have also changed ever so slightly. So if you even played Need for Speed 2015, you will know that the rewards were very, very rich in Need for Speed 2015 for doing Speedlists. That's partially the reason why I have almost 10 million in Need for Speed 2015, is because the rewards are ridiculous in Speedlists before. This time round, instead of just earning rep and money, you will also earn performance parts. If you finish higher in the race, so let's say I finish first, I'm going to get a better part than the person that finishes last, which again is a really, really cool idea. I'm not sure if the crew did something across those lines. I think the crew is random, but it's really cool to see the fact that if I finish first, I am going to get a better part than last. And again, it's just another motive to play Speedlists. And again, it's one of those things, when the story's done and over with, this is what people are going to go to, this is what people are going to play. So it's really cool to see that that's in here. Obviously, there's one thing, we haven't really heard anything about free roam online. I'm assuming that's going to be a thing. I'd be very disappointed if that wasn't a thing. So that hasn't really been outlisted in here. The only thing which has been even kind of been outlined here is the PvP mode. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. Bit disappointing there's no drag and drift modes as well. I do hope they add that in the future. I know it would be a bit weird having 8 drag people. I mean, I'm not sure how that's going to work, but again, it would be cool if they could do that in the future at some point. Definitely the drift modes. Definitely the drift modes. Definitely non-contact. I haven't seen anything about non-contact yet. Having a non-contact mode is a must. It's one thing I've been asking for a very, very long time. Private lobbies, again, not something which has been mentioned, but again, hopefully this is something which can be added in the future. And, you know, just progression on private lobbies, really, so I can, you know, adjust lobbies as I want. So if I want to do a specific race and I want everyone to be in a specific car, that would be a really cool option. But again, this is all we've seen so far. This could possibly be in there. I doubt it, because obviously they haven't really announced anything other than this. But that's it for now. That's all we know about Speedlists. And to be honest, I'm pretty excited. A few shortcomings which I did kind of hope for, like non-contact was something which I definitely hoped for, but I'm not going to get bummed over about it. I'm still looking forward to the Speedlist. There's a lot more positives than negatives from this article, and I cannot wait to see what comes of this when the game actually comes out later. Is it early next month? So we haven't even got that long. It's less than a month till Need for Speed Payback. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome, stay safe, and peace.